After many years in the box office, superhero fatigue is absolutely 100% pure real. And it's via a combination of quite a few things. But I don't want to bore you with all the details, you can figure it out for yourself. But the main ones are that it's oversaturation. DC and Marvel have oversaturated the box office to a point where it's like, oh, another one, oh, another one, oh, another one. Oh, superhero stuff, there's CG stuff, there's suits and flying and lasers and all. It's like it's very passe. It needs something unique and special to the box. That's why One Piece came out of nowhere and did what it did, because a good anime adaptation that actually had a good fan base behind it, it worked. So now we got more superhero stuff coming out with the Marvels, which is the exact same stuff, and it's guaranteed to fail. So, what they should do, what Hollywood should do, is give it a break. No superhero movies next year. It begins at no superhero movies next year, or maybe not even the year after that one. Maybe, just maybe, in 2026, come up with something important. Build, make the production, make a really good script, or make a really good reason for it coming out. And then it'll come out there and break fire again. The reason why another reason why superhero movies failed is because there's nothing strong to attach to it. Here's what I mean. The reason why superheroes did so well in the early 2000s, like Spider-Man, you say Blade as well, but Spider-Man and X-Men, those specifically, right? Spider-Man was the first big one back then. I guess Batman too. Spider-Man, Batman, and X-Men. Spider-Man worked because in the 90s, there was a really good cartoon that people loved called Spider-Man. And also, in between that stuff there, Spider-Man was still relevant at the time. Year after year, there was always something Spider-Man related in the mind of people to respect. And then you make a superhero movie off of that one, guaranteed money. Because people knew about the character and loved the character. And then, the movie wasn't bad either, that kind of stuff there. But it was a really good jump off point into the movie world for sure. Batman, same thing. Chris Nolan's Batman had a really good thing. Batman TAS, and then the Batman Beyond, it had a really good following. So, yeah, it was a good idea to make it after that one. So, a couple of years in between that kind of stuff there, really good, smart move to do it then. It was only, like I said, it was only a couple of years apart between the stuff being off TV. And then X-Men, same thing. X-Men had a really good thing. Mid-90s Fox stuff there. Wolverine's cool, Gambit's cool, that kind of stuff there. So, I would think it was a longer break in between that kind of stuff there. I think you had some sort of X-Men related things in between that one. I think X-Men Unlimited at that time. So X-Men was still in the geist, if you will, of teenagers and young people. So it was a good idea then. However, now, the big issue now, the huge issue now, is that Disney Plus is doing something. They're trying to get the hype of new characters like Moon Knight and She-Hulk and Hawkeye's sister, girlfriend, apprentice, whatever she's called, Echo, and all this other stuff. They're trying to get you to like them without any basis before that. They're trying to make the Disney Plus thing the basis, and it's not working because no one really cares. If you put them in something before that, and then oh, all right, cool, it'll work better that way. But you forcing it on people because it's on Disney Plus and you should trust us and you're gonna like it anyway, that's a bad move right there. So those characters didn't work out. No one cares about Shield anymore. No one cares about Moon Knight anymore. No one cares about any of that stuff. People barely care about Loki nowadays. It's really bad. And Star Wars, same thing. I can go into Star Wars, but that's not about that. So on TV itself, there, you remember TV? Yeah, it's really hard to say, hey, you know what? It's a good idea to put some animation stuff on there. And the fact is that these stupid companies like Warner Brothers decided to cut, 99% of their animated division minus Rick and Morty and Harley Quinn. Maybe something else I'm not familiar with. But they cut a ton of animation and there's some good stuff in there. And that good stuff there, the animation was really good with all ages. The teenagers and adults loved the animation. But for some stupid reason, some suit said, no more animation, says I. Fucking asshole. Rick and Morty wouldn't be huge if some idiot came out of nowhere and said, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, no more cartoons at this time, says I. Only live action adult stuff. Oh my god. Rick and Morty wouldn't exist because some idiot said so. Same thing now. Like there's a really good one on there. It's called Dunkleberry. That was really fun. It was like a little girl, teenager. But it was really fun. Trust me, it was really fun. Do 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 do. That one. If you know the song, you know the song. So they cancel a lot of good stuff, and that means that you don't have basis points. Animation is a really good basis point in America. You start up with the animation, you can do whatever you want there, and then you transition into live action, and you transition that live action into a movie, and then bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. The problem with the stuff nowadays is that you have live action automatically that doesn't work. For the Marvel stuff, there is a comic stuff there, but the comics aren't selling, so therefore there's no basis for them to make a character off of them. Just because you're popular then doesn't mean they're going to be popular now. Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Taskmaster, etc., they're not really popular in the comic book world like of the past 10 years. Even Punisher, I think people still like the Punisher, but Marvel's made it a point in the comic book world to emasculate him. All right, there you go. So he's not really a thing. He wasn't really in his number series and have nothing. If Punisher had an animation, I believe he did have an animation that came out there about 4 or 5 years ago, but nobody knew about it. Same thing with should I forget the name of the character? Deathstroke. He had a movie about a year after Justice League, but nobody fucking knew about it, and it wasn't good either. If you had a Punisher thing that actually was in the animation world, you could do that one, and it was really good, and it could be good. It could be good, like a Castlevania. You could spin off that one and then make it into a proper live action one, and then people see that one. You know, how many people do you know only watch the one live action One Piece? How many people? One Piece has been around for 25 fucking years, and all of a sudden now you want to give it a chance because it looks like you? You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, that's not how it works. The reason that, and also it's new, it's unique. Oh, they're selling the seas, the pirate stuff. Yeah, it was cool then. I knew it was cool. That's why I watched it 25 fucking years ago. But you want to be no, I wouldn't ignore it because it's animation. It can't be good. It fucking can be, you stupid idiots. So the live action shit you like now was a cartoon. Was paper and comic form. So I never understood this whole thing about I can't look at another medium. It doesn't work for me. Yes, it fucking can, you bitch. So, the thing is, with all the stuff that Disney's trying to push on us, it's not working properly. Take time off there, and yes, I would come back. I don't know how. Come back with the Iron Man, come back with a Captain America, come back with a Hulk movie, that kind of stuff there. Come back with what the people know and love about 3 years from now. Because that other shit you're forcing is not gonna work. You could do what they do in sitcom shows there and sprinkle a little bit of newness in there, like they did with Black Panther in Civil War. Put the new guy in there, make him look cool, and then he can make a movie for himself. Do that kind of stuff there. But right now, it's not fucking working. It's not working. So it needs to be done this way because you've done a really bad job. And DC themselves, they currently make decent content. The movies aren't really that bad. Flash wasn't abysmal, like unwatchable, but it wasn't it set the world afire. They need to take a step back and look at things. Put stuff out there on your platforms, like a Disney Plus, or on a Max, I think thing's called now, on Max or whatever. You put that on there, it works, people like it, and then you can work off of that one. For the life of me, this is going to be for the fucking life of me. I have zero clue what those idiots at Disney were thinking. As soon as Mandalorian was a hit, it should have been an easy talk to put that shit on the big screen. I have no idea why they didn't do that one immediately. The same idiots that thought that, hey, Baby Yoda's not going to sell, let's not make toys for it. The same idiots that probably thought that. No, you fucking morons. And as soon as Mando Season 1 worked out well, you make a movie come out, 90-minute movie, whatever, comes out the year after or whatever, and then Season 2 comes out after that one, the year after, and then et cetera, et cetera. You work off the popularity of it. So it could have worked out really well, but some guy said, no, let's not do that. Let's not. Your episodes cost as much as making a movie. What's the fucking big... Anyway, Invincible should have been a movie. Also, The Boys should have been a movie as well. Don't know why they didn't do that one. I mean, like, Amazon makes movies for the big screen, but for some reason, The Boys isn't on the list. And neither is Invincible. Invincible is also owned by Amazon, the streaming platform. But for some reason, it's not. Stupid. They put so much crap in the movies, but for some reason, The Boys won't work. Yes, it fucking would, you goddamn. You know what? I'm gonna end this now before I lose control. That's it for now. Click on.